And I call this one, jokingly, you've got a KOB on, or your customer's got a KOB on. Do you like that, dear? Got a KOB on. Now, KOB on is a phrase we use in the English language, which means you've got a bit of a bit of a head on, bit of a face on, as the Arctic monkeys call it. It means you've got the hump about something. Actually, it's probably even more colloquial, isn't it? You're in a mood. That's the point. And the whole thing about KOB is that customers may give you, for whatever you're happening with them, they may give you some pushback. Maybe you're making appointments to fix up a mortgage MOT for next year, and they may well give you a bit of pushback. So you're contacting a load of people, and you've asked them for a 15-minute discovery call, and they've just said no, whatever, I'm not interested. So what they tend to do, though, is have a KOB on. As I said, KOB. Now, KOB stands for, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move over to this whiteboard over here, so it saves me wiping that whiteboard out. A KOB. Now, KOB, if I can put it over here for you, is an acronym, because we love our acronyms, don't you? And what KOB stands for are the three types of pushback you get from people. The first one is what we call the knee-jerk reaction. There you go. Knee-jerk. A knee-jerk reaction. I'll tell you about that in a second. The second one's called an objection, which is a standard thing. And the last one you may not have come across before is called a brush-off. Now, it's important to know what type of KOB the customer's given you, when you're making an appointment, for example, to fix up a 10-15 minute discovery call, so you know how to handle it. Now, first of all, an objection itself is probably not going to happen at that stage. Objections themselves are usually logically thought through problems that the customer has, and it usually comes as a result of a fact find and a presentation. Logically they may not like what you're proposing for whatever logical reason, and then you deal with that in a more structured way, and we talk about that in other videos. But the two you may get are knee-jerk reactions and brush-offs. Now, knee-jerk reactions happen when you haven't thought about it, but you just kind of say, no, thank you. So, for example, we went into some shops over the weekend, Shelley. I went shopping. And we went into this shop on Sunday called Cook. You might have heard of it. They do like frozen foods and stuff. It's all very nice. So we went in there, completely draped in our coats and our winter gear. And the lady immediately came up to us as we walked in. Hello, she said, can I help you with anything? I said, no, thank you. I hadn't even thought about it. I just said, no, thank you, because that's what I do. It's called a knee-jerk reaction. Now, a brush-off is even slightly similar, but it's different. This is where you do understand what it is. So say, for example, we went into town. I think we had a chugger came up to us at one point. These people that try and fill in a form or do some kind of market research. So you see this person approaching you, don't you? You know what they're going to ask for. And you don't want to be rude, so you just brush. Oh, no, I haven't got time. No, I need to go and get my lunch or something like that. It's called a brush off. Now, both of them you handle in a similar way. What you do is you merely make your request again in a polite way. So if somebody says, oh, no, thanks, just say something like, yeah, I figured you were busy, which is why I'm only looking to fix up a 15-minute Zoom call with you right now. That's a nice way of handling it, isn't it? They might say, well, not today, thank you, I'm a bit busy, which I figured that, which is why I'm just asking for a 10 minutes meeting with you right now. So you just literally just re-ask, don't you, if you're making an appointment. That's the way you handle a knee-jerk reaction or a brush-off. You could use the first, I figured you were busy, that's why I'm just asking for 20 minutes. It's really worthwhile because we're only talking about 20 minutes here. So you just have to have the confidence to re-ask it again in a nice way. That's how you handle knee-jerk reactions and brush-offs. So the question really is then, next time your customer says no, have they got a KOB on? I like that phrase, don't you? Have they got a KOB on? I think it was the Arctic monkeys that spoke about that. I don't know if it was that. Or did they? No, it was face on. Have you got a face on? I think that's the Arctic monkeys' famous song, wasn't it? Anyway, enough of that. Let's wrap things up.